Hello students, in this video we are going to see IPv4. Under that we are going to see DHCP. DHCP was created by the Dynamic Host Configuration Working Group of the Internet Engineering Task Force. October 1993, RFC 1531 initially defined DHCP as a standard track protocol succeeding the Bootstrap protocol, which is a network protocol used by the network client to obtain an IP address from the configuration server. In this, we have to know about what is RFC, which contains the technical organizational documents about the Internet, which includes the specifications and the policy documents produced by the four streams, that is Engineering Task Force, Engineering Research Task Force, Internet Architecture Board, and some other independent submissions. In October 1997, RFC, the next version of RFC 2131, released its current DHCP definition for Internet Protocol version v4. The extensions of DHCP for IPv6 were published as RFC 3315. DHCP is the Dynamic Host Configuration Protocol. It is a method for assigning Internet Protocol addresses permanently or to individual computers in an organization's network. DHCP lets a network administrator survive and distribute IP addresses from a central point and automatically sends a new IP address when a computer is plugged into a different place in a network. The main motivation for DHCP is it provides configuration parameters for a network's host such as IP address, router, subnet mask, and others. DHCP is used to assign IP addresses to host or workstations on the network. There are two types of IP addresses provided by DHCP. First one is static. It is a number that is assigned to a computer by an internet service provider to be its permanent address on the internet. Second one is dynamic, where the temporary IP address is called a dynamic IP address is assigned to the systems often. So, how does a DHCP work? When a client needs to start up TCP/IP operations, it broadcasts a request for address information. This DHCP server will not reallocate the address during the lease period and will attempt to return the same address every time the client requests an address. The client can extend its lease or send a message to the server before the lease expires that it no longer needs the address, so it can be released and assigned to another client on the network. Here we see the important messages exchanged between DHCP client and the DHCP server. Initially, this DHCP will send a discover message as DHCP discover message, where the DHCP client sends a DHCP discover broadcast on the network for finding a DHCP server. If there is no response from the DHCP server, the client assigns itself an automatic private IPv4 addresses. Next message is DHCP offer message, where DHCP server on a network that receive a DHCP discover message respond with a DHCP offer message, which offers the client an IPv4 address lease. Next is DHCP request message, where the client accepts the first offer received by the broadcasting of DHCP request message for the offered IPv4 addresses. Next one is DHCP acknowledgement message. The server accepts the request by sending the client a DHCP acknowledgement message. Next message is the DHCP NAK message. That is, if the IPv4 addresses requested by the DHCP client cannot be used by another device may be using this IPv4 address, the DHCP server responds with a DHCP negative acknowledgement packet. After this, the client must begin the DHCP lease process again. Next one is DHCP decline message. If the DHCP client determines the offered TCP/IP configuration parameters are invalid, it sends a DHCP decline packet to the server. After this, the client must begin the DHCP lease process again. DHCP release message. DHCP client sends a DHCP release packet to the server to release the IPv4 addresses and cancel any remaining leases. Last message is DHCP inform message, where is a new DHCP type defined in RFC 2131. It is used by DHCP clients to obtain DHCP options.
Advantages of DHCP. DHCP minimizes the administrative burden. By using DHCP, there is no chance to conflict IP addresses. By using DHCP relay agent, you provide IP address to another network. Though we have many advantages of DHCP, still we have some disadvantages also. When DHCP server is unavailable, client is unable to access enterprise's network. Your machine name does not change when you get a new IP addresses.
Fine, we have come to the end of this topic. We will see the next topic in the next video. Thank you.